Hi, boys and girls. Okay, so we have a story to listen to, and the story um, is about a turtle and some birds. Now, hopefully, you've listened to the vocabulary, and I want you to listen carefully because you're going to find out. I want you to find out what happens in the story and how Turtle got his lines on the back of his shell. Okay. Um, Now, the story is called How Turtle Cracked His Shell. Now, you're going to hear about a turtle who wants to fly south for the winter with a group of birds. Okay, so on the back of his shell here, we're gonna hear the story that describes Turtle and his shell. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to turn the page. Sorry. Now we go. It was the time of the year when the yellow leaves start falling from the aspen trees. Turtle was walking about on the ground. Up above him, he saw many birds gathering together in the trees. They were making a lot of noise. Turtle was curious. Ooh, that's one of our words, curious. Think it, no, it's not. I thought it was. It makes me think of the word. The word is wonder. So curious is kind of like wonder. Turtle was curious to know what was happening. Don't you know, the bird said, we're getting ready to fly to the south for the winter. So flying south, that's one of our words, or two words. And then winter is another one of our words. Why are you going to do that? Asked Turtle. Don't you know anything? Answered the birds. That's not very nice, is it? Soon it's going to be very cold here. The snow will begin to fall, and there won't be much food to eat. Down south, it will be warm. It seems like summer. Another vocabulary word. There all of the time, and there's plenty of food. As soon as the birds mentioned food, Turtle became more interested. Can I come with you? He asked. Twiddle, twiddle. That reminds me of one of my dogs, Tex. You have to be able to fly to go south with us, said the birds. You are a turtle, and you can't fly. Turtle would not give up. Isn't there some way you could take me along? He begged and he pleaded, please. Finally, just to get him to stop bothering them, the birds agreed. Look here, they said. You can use your mouth to hold on tightly to a stick. Ooh, tightly is one of our words. That's not a problem at all, Turtle said. Once I grab onto something with my mouth, there's no one can make me let go. Oh boy, that sounds like trouble. Flying along, holding onto a stick in the air. Ah! Good, said the birds. And you hold on tightly to this stick. Two of us will grab the ends with our feet. That way we can lift you up and carry you with us on our way south. But remember, keep your mouth shut. That's easy, said Turtle. Now let's go south, where it seems like summer with all that food. Turtle grabbed onto the middle of the stick. Two big birds came and grabbed each end. They flapped their wings hard and lifted Turtle off the ground. Soon Turtle and the birds were high in the sky, heading south. Turtle had never been so high off the ground before. He liked it. He could look down and see how small everything looked. But before he and the birds had gone very far, he began to wonder where they were. Wonder, that's one of those words. He wondered about the lake down below him and the hills beyond. He wondered how far they had come. He wondered how far they would have to go to get where Summer lived. He wanted to ask the two birds these questions. However, he couldn't talk with his mouth tightly closed on the stick. Turtle tried rolling his eyes to get the birds' attention, but the two birds just kept on flying. Then Turtle tried waving his legs at them. The birds acted as if they didn't even notice. Now Turtle was getting upset. Turtle thought the least they could do was tell him where they were. Turtle said, trying to get their attention. But it didn't work. Oh no. Turtle finally lost his temper. Why don't you listen? Was all that he said. And as soon as he opened his mouth to speak, he let go of the stick and he started to fall. Down, down, down he fell all the long, long way. Turtle was so frightened that he pulled his legs and his head into a shell for protection. He hit the ground hard, which made him ache all over. He ached so much he didn't even notice that his shell had cracked all over when he landed. That's not good. Turtle was very unhappy. He wanted to go as far away from the sky as he possibly could. He found a pond and crawled into it. He swam down through the water to the pond's bottom. Once there, he dug deep into the mud. Then he fell asleep. He slept all through the winter and didn't wake up until the spring. Oh, look at how his shell looks different. When he woke up, he was very proud of all the cracks still showing on his shell. Ever since then, every turtle's shell has looked like it has cracks all over it, and birds still fly south for the winter. However, turtles pull their legs and heads into their shells, curl up, and sleep the winter away. Turtles don't fly south. No. Okay. Um, Now, think about the characters in the story. Who were in the story? The turtle and those two birds. So there's not many characters in the story. Okay. What characters in the story helped Turtle go south for the winter? The two birds. How did they help him? They said to hold onto the stick in the middle. Was he supposed to hold on with his legs? No, his mouth. He had to hold on tightly. Can you squeeze your hands tight? That's tight. Make a mark on my hand. So the birds told him to hold on tightly to the stick. And if he held on tightly, then they would hold each end. The two birds would. Okay. Why did the turtle get mad during his trip? Remember, he was trying to do something. He was trying to get the birds' attention. He wanted to talk to them, didn't he? Yeah, he wanted to talk. And he couldn't, he didn't know where he was. He wanted to know where he was, what was going on. He wanted the birds to talk to him, and they didn't talk to him, did they? No, they didn't. He wanted to know, hey, what's going on here? Yeah. Um, so what happened when Turtle lost his temper and he opened his mouth to yell at the birds? What happened? He fell to the ground. He did. He let go of the stick because he opened his mouth. Can you open your mouth? He opened his mouth and he had to let go of the stick and he fell. Yeah. So how did Turtle get all the cracks on his shell? He got the cracks because he opened his mouth and then he fell down and then his shell hit the ground. And that's when all the cracks happen. Like when we drop something and it breaks or it cracks, That's what happened to his shell. It cracked, little lines went all over. What part of this story do you think, or what parts of the story do you think are pretend, not real? Birds and turtles, they don't really talk to each other, do they? No, that part's pretend. Um, so that we know is pretend. You think the birds in real life would carry a turtle? I don't think so. I mean, it could happen, I guess. It could. A turtle could be holding on to something and the birds just pick it up. But I don't think they were like, what do you think? I don't know, because they don't talk to one another. Maybe he just happened to be there sometime when some birds picked up a stick to make their nest or something. Are there other parts of the story that could be real? Well, we know birds really, really do fly south. That's real. And turtles really do have cracks in their shells. So there's some parts that are real and some parts that are not real. Yeah. So, okay. So the problem in the story was that Turtle wanted to go south. He wanted to get away where it was warmer, and he wanted to go where there was more food. That's what got his attention, the food. And how did he solve his problem? He got the birds to carry him, and then he fell. Yeah. Then that became another problem. Yeah. Okay. Well, you did a great job listening. Don't forget today we are talking about the letter P. So you're going to find 3 things at your house that start with the letter P and show them to me. And you're going to find 3 things that have the letter P on them. Like if I look at my body lotion thing here, I'm trying to find a P. Can't find a P on this, my lotion bottle. If I look at my water bottle, oh, yep, there's a P right there. There's a P. See it? I get my fingers straight. There. Okay. It could be a capital, it could be lowercase. We're looking for P's. And then the sound. Okay, anything that starts with P could be purple, pumpkin, see my P up here? Pumpkin. That's where I got that. So it's something that has the P sound at the beginning. See you later, guys. Bye.